Have you been called that before, Nate?
Yes.
You have been called courageous? I would imagine you would. Can you tell us why you're here?
I'm here because I wrote a book.
And what was the book about?
My anxiety.
Your anxiety. And it's an interesting perspective because I can't imagine what anxiety feels like. For how old are you?
7.
7. And why did you write this book, Nate?
Because I had my anxiety was really scaring me all the time.
That's such a brave thing to say, because I think we get lots of adults who maybe pretend like they're okay and they don't say to people, I'm feeling really anxious right now and I need some help. So was this a way for you to be able to move through your anxiety, or did it make you feel brave, or did you want to help someone? Why did you write your book?
So it could help me not be scared all the time.
It could help you not be scared all the time. And has it helped you? Are you not scared all the time?
Yes.
Oh, that's so awesome. So tell me, I know your book is about your anxiety, but it says here, I can't read the back of it, but the title is I named my anxiety Bob.
What right? A title.
Yeah. So how did you come to name your anxiety Bob?
I named it by that. I named my anxiety Bob first.
Yeah.
And then I just thought of a title and
Yeah, cool. So why Bob?
Because I named my...
You just came into your head.
Yes.
I love that. And Bob's kind of not a scary name as well. So do you name your anxiety to make you feel safe and comfortable? Or do you... Hang on, we've got a little... It's okay, keep going? Okay. So now giving him a name and then you created an image of what Bob looks like, is that right?
Yeah.
And how do you know what Bob looks like? It's just in your brain?
Mm-hmm.
And that made,
imagination.
Yeah, creativity. Yeah. I love that. And that made Bob less scary for you.
Yeah.
So now you're kind of like, Bob's just here with me. Yeah, and is he always here with you? Or does sometime he kind of disappear for a bit because he's got to go to the shops?
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. What has been the best thing for you about writing this book, Nate?
The best part about writing the book is that you get to go and have a big celebration about it.
So it deserves to be celebrated.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not every 7-year-old that I have met has wrote a book. So that's something that should be celebrated. And I just wanted to ask, did you get help? Tell me about the illustrations. So much work has gone into the book. How long did it take you?
About 2 years.
2 years.
Wow. So you were 5 when you started writing the book, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow. So even though he's 7 now and it's published, he actually wrote a book at 5.
Yes.
That's how old your daughter is.
Yeah.
We need to get her moving, hey?
Up her game. Do you know that you may have inspired others to write books?
Yes, I think I have a lot.
Yeah. Do your friends talk to you about your book? Oh, dear.
Sorry.
That's okay. Everyone's not professional today. It's like, let's go. Have your friends been very proud of you?
Yes.
Yeah. And have they said, oh, I could write a book too?
Yes, I said that.
What kind of books do your friends want to write? Do you know? I'm really curious now.
They want to write a book about anxiety too.
Oh, cool. So is it a common thing that happens for 5, 6 and 7-year-olds that they feel a little bit anxious, do you think?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think people feel anxious about when they're 5, 6 and 7-year-olds?
Going to school maybe.
Yeah,
good point.
Absolutely. And this is really hard, isn't it? Because you see other people who are going to school and it looks easy for them. And it's not easy for you. And sometimes you don't want to be brave and say, gosh, this isn't easy for me. But it's really cool that you've stepped up and said, you know what, it's not easy for me. And I reckon that lots of people will have read your book, Nate, and gone, oh,
I can relate.
Yeah, he knows me. He's saying exactly what I'm feeling. Yeah? Now, you've got brothers and sisters or just brothers?
Brothers and sisters.
And sisters?
Sisters
One
are the
sister?
best.
Yeah, do you reckon sisters are the best, or do you think Jess is telling tricks?
Sisters are the best. He's nodding his head.
He's really not. We know we're on Facebook Live. Everyone can see Nate is not nodding his head. So, Nate, where do you fit? Have you got older brothers or young? Is your sister the youngest?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, and you've got a younger brother?
Yes.
And an older brother?
No.
No, so you are the oldest?
Yes.
Wow, Nate, what a great example you are to your brothers and sister. Have they read your book?
My brother has.
Your brother has? Now, hang on. Can they read, I guess, is a better question. Are
you reading the book to them?
My 6-year-old brother can.
Oh, cool.
He can read a book.
Yeah, and I bet not just your mum, but your brothers and sister are super proud of you too.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Now, do they feel nervous about going to school? Have you helped them to feel less nervous?
Yes.
Oh, look, what a great big brother you are, because that's kind of, I guess, your job a bit, to show everyone the way things are done, you know? Like, I know that my biggest kid tries to be a good example, but she's 17 now, so 17-year-olds don't always make good choices.
Nate, I wanted to ask you, have you practiced your signature and have you been signing your books for your friends?
Yes.
Yeah, that I've always dreamed about doing something like that, and you've done it at 7, so that is super amazing.
I think one of your celebrations was a book signing, is that right? You had a book signing, and that was at the little...
that's coming up.
That's coming
up next weekend. A book signing at the Little Bookshop.
Okay, so a book signing, what time? Next weekend at the Little Bookshop. You can meet Nate and he can sign this amazing book that you've written for kids.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess adults could relate with it as well.
Yep.
What time?
From 10 till 12 at my Little Bookshop in
At
Rockingham.
10 to 12 through My Little Bookshop. Kerry will absolutely eat you up for breakfast. She'll be so excited to have a local author in the Little Bookshop signing books. That is a massive thing to be happening in Rockingham. I'm so glad that you're inspiring other people, Nate, and that must give you a huge amount of confidence. Does it give you confidence?
Yes.
Yeah. And do you feel like now, through writing this book, you can support your friends a little bit more as well?
Yes.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It's so amazing. Yeah. And did you have a book launch? Did I see that you had a book launch?
We had a massive book launch.
Can you tell me a little bit about your book launch? Was there friends there? Was there lots of people?
There was a lot of people.
A lot of people, hey? And did you have
cake?
Cake, yeah.
Cake's
important.
Did you have cake?
We did have
in
cake.
the shape of a book?
And did you sign books there?
Yes.
Oh, cool. That is so cool.
Very cool.
Did you have what did you wear? Can I ask that? I know it's a silly question probably, but were you in like a suit because you're an author, or were you like a little bit more casual?
Like a 7-year-old?
Yeah.
Like a 7-year-old? I'll have to show you when we go off air my son's suit. He has a suit and it is a Super Mario suit.
Very cool.
It is very cool. He thinks
that.
He thinks he's it in a bit. Now, a question I have for you is, what is next, Nate? Are you going to be an author forever, or do you have plans for when I grow up I want to be? Do you have anything in your brain that
a pilot?
A pilot? Yeah.
I think I should just keep being an author and write more books.
You're going to write more books? I love that.
That's a great idea.
Excellent. Fantastic. What do you think your next book might be about? Have you thought about that yet?
No.
No? That's all right, because you've kind of got a helpful book this time round, and I love that you've got this idea of help and that you're showing what a great big heart you have in helping other people. Do you think your next book might be helping other people, or do you think it might be
adventure
or funny or
adventure?
Could be a book of jokes.
Oh, a joke book. You
a
do
joke
love a good
book. Do you love?
book.
Could you give us one? Do you know a good joke?
Oh, we're putting
you on the spot.
That's okay. That's
what fish only swims at night?
I don't know, Jess.
A starfish.
Oh,
that's a good one.
There we
I
go.
like that.
Dad joke.
It's a dad joke, isn't it?
Nate, we love Rockingham and where we live, and you are a resident. What's Rockingham like for a 7-year-old, Nate? What's the best thing about living where you live?
I like living where I live because all my cousins live really close.
So you got lots of family here, do you? That helps. So cool. What about the beaches? Do you like the beaches here in Rockingham?
Yes.
Yeah? Do you play a sport? Do you play soccer by any chance?
No,
not soccer. No.
Basketball.
Cool.
And football.
Yeah. So you like the Rockingham Flames?
Yes.
Yeah.
We play against the Flames sometimes.
Oh,
not the big
boys,
tall people. Not
Yes.
the big boys, the younger ones.
Well, maybe in the future, who knows? Author and basketball star.
Oh, there you go.
The world is your oyster. I want to thank you so much, Nate, for coming in and talking about your amazing book. I'm looking forward to maybe coming down to the book signing next weekend.
10 till 12.
10 till 12.
Yes.
And then maybe I can get your signature in this book. And you never know, this book might be perfect for my 5-year-old.
I think it's perfect for a lot of kids. There's a really good message in there. That's why we want to get it out there so that because it's relatable.
Yeah.
Written by a kid for kids. So it's so relatable for them.
And it's nice to know what they know and it opens conversations, this book, doesn't it?
Definitely.
And yes, you're going to be a superstar for the future.
Oh, not going to be. You already are. You already are, Nate.
Can you make sure you come back when you're ready to sign your next book or something big is happening? You come back and let us know on the Jess address.
Okay.
Thanks,
Nate. Thank you so much
Thanks
for coming.
for having us.
All right, we're going to play a little bit of music now while we wrap up with Nate. He might need a drink of water after all that talking. But stay tuned. We've got Julia. We're going to dive into the next.
Segues, Jess. I love it.
Dive into the next interview. We've got Julia from Jump Swim School coming in to talk about skills for life, and that is swimming. Stay tuned.